Make him run. Hey, welcome back. I wish you could smell what's on this grill. It is amazing. We have R&R Barbecue here this morning. They brought in their grill and set everything up, and you guys take this grill around and compete, right?
Right, we compete in Arizona, California, Idaho, Colorado.
And you win.
We win some, yes.
You have some award-winning recipes, and it's Roger and Rod, and identical twins. You just love each other so much you want to work together all the time,
That's
right?
right. It goes really smooth all the time.
But you found this great recipe and your love of barbecue, and it's paying off for you.
Yeah, we enjoy it. We've done really well in ribs. We were Arizona's top rib team last year. We were Utah's top barbecue team last year, and we've had a lot of fun with it.
Okay, now we've looked at one of the almost finished products here, right? That's what
we're still about another hour, hour, 2 hours out.
That's okay. The crew is starving. They're going to love it.
Yeah, they'll love it.
But you want to show us how to get started, okay?
Yeah, so
let's put that
here
back
we've got a full rack of ribs before it's cut down to St. Louis style.
Oh my goodness.
And so this is the full rack, and
don't get too tight,
what he's going to do, he's going to cut the
raw
top,
meat.
Yeah, he's going to cut the top piece off.
Okay.
And this will be your rib tips.
All right.
So he's going to turn that off the back, cut it on the back side.
Show us what you're doing, Roger.
And there's the bone line. He's cutting to the top of the bones.
Okay.
Trying to find the top of the bone.
Yeah.
What we're doing is cutting this off so it looks nice and square when you're getting ready to judge it. We're cutting off what they call the rib tips.
Okay.
And so this is a St. Louis cut now, and for a contest, we'd squared up the ends a little bit.
Okay, you want it to look perfect.
Right.
Right. But you want all the good meat still on there.
Right, right.
Okay.
And so he'll cut off this, usually a little piece here. This kind of tastes like bacon part there, and we take that off there. So.
Okay.
And from there on, he'll clean up the edges a little bit.
All right. And then you have your rub.
Right, well, we still have to take off the membrane in the back.
One of the tricks is probably having a really good knife.
Yeah, good sharp knife, but you can still get good knives that are really cheap at some of the wholesale companies or the big box stores.
Right.
Try and get this off here.
Okay, and while you're doing that, what's in your rub?
Basically, we got 3 tablespoons of onion powder, 3 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of basil, teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of red pepper. And a lot of guys will also put white sugar in there or brown sugar.
Yeah, a little bit of sweet.
Yeah, if you use brown sugar, you want to dry it out first so it doesn't clump up.
Okay, good idea.
So you do that, then you can put it in a mixer and blend it up, or some guys will just shape it in there. So this is the rub we use for contest, and now he's just got a good shaker that puts it on pretty even.
Yeah, you mix it all up so it gets all the flavor in there.
Yeah, and traditionally we'll wait 4 or 5 minutes on each side so it'll suck into the meat.
So you don't actually rub it, you just sprinkle it on and then
you can either way. I really haven't found a different if it does. Some guys will put it on the night before, but I've talked to guys that most of us don't.
Do you, at these contests, do you run around and steal secrets from other people?
No, you try to be real careful.
We never use the word steal.
Get ideas.
A lot of the guys have been competing for years. They'll give you little hints or little tricks, and we try to help out the new guys that come on the competition.
We've had a lot of new guys help us, or experienced guys help us too.
Okay, good. Well, we'll see how it all finishes up here, and where are you guys located? Where can we get your ribs?
What we do, we've started catering, and they could email me at rod@IamBBQA.
Okay, we'll put all that up on the screen a little bit later. You're hanging out all morning, right?
Right. Yeah.
We're waiting for the ribs.
We're showing you what we do for catered ribs.
Okay, Ron, back to you.
Well, it sure looks good.
Well, we are barbecuing all morning at 2 News with R&R Barbecue.
And Ron is outside to check on how it's going. Ron?
All right, we all want to get out on the patio and start grilling. That is, if the weather will cooperate. And we have Rod and Rodney here from R&R. Can I just call you both Rod?
No, I'm Roger. That's
Roger. Oh, Roger.
Right.
Rod and Roger. Okay. Anyway, what we were talking about before we came out, I like the way that you trimmed everything up. And
St. Louis style, right.
Yeah, St. Louis style. And you pull that membrane off the back.
Right. So it's all been cleaned up. They've been in up for about 2 hours now, about an hour and a half through it. I'll flip them over, and then I'll load up the back with a lot of apple juice and keeps them real tender.
Oh, cool.
And so now we're about...
you got the brown sugar going.
Right, now we're about 3 hours into it. So we're gonna put them on foil, put in some brown sugar, and let me show you something first here.
So why do you put the brown sugar on later?
Just to give it a sweet taste and caramelize it so it doesn't burn in the beginning. The toenails are pulled back a little bit, kind of an indication of where we are. We're almost done. We've got about an hour to go, so we put the brown sugar on. You can also spray some apple juice in there, a little more moisture in there. And so they'll just tenderize now in the aluminum foil there.
Okay.
So
And
we'll wrap them
this
up
is going to
real
go another
tight.
hour?
It's going to go about another hour.
So a total of, what, 3 hours for ribs?
Total about a little over 4 hours.
4 hours.
Right.
Okay.
We're cooking about 275. We're using a reverse flow smoker. And so,
So what is reverse flow?
it comes out of the firebox, goes underneath. There's aluminum or a steel pan there. It goes underneath, comes back around, and then goes out the flue there.
Oh, wow.
So the advantage of that is it's more radiant heat than direct heat right from the firebox.
Okay. That way they don't dry out
Right,
at all.
right.
Okay. And what do you usually like to serve with your ribs?
Fry sauce? No.
Fry
No,
sauce.
just kidding.
Fry sauce goes with everything, I guess, huh?
No, we just serve it with, in a little bit here, we'll baste them a little bit, open them up,
Baste
baste
them
a little
with
bit. Baste it with our barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And then we'll take them out, slice them, and put one more layer of barbecue sauce on top of that.
Okay, so if people want to eat these firsthand, how do they get to see you?
We'll have a link to our website, our association, or they can email us directly at rod@rnrbarbecue.net.
Okay.
And that'll be our new website for our catering. The website's not up, but we will be catering to people
That's
out here.
cool. All right, well, guys, thanks so much for stopping by, and we can't wait to sink our teeth into
We're
those
about
ribs
there.
a little bit
Thank
later.
you.
Yeah, it's getting
Great.
pretty close. Okay, that
you.
looks fantastic. Smells wonderful out here too with R&R. Guys, back to you.
Ron, we gave you some grades.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, well,
okay, I know this is going
look
to be
at
good.
the monitor.
I'm looking.
Okay, I gave you a D+.
Okay.
You need more charisma and better questions.
I gave you a C- because it was a really slow start. Took you about a minute just to get their names right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I would agree with those grades.
Okay.
Okay, well, then we're all on the same brain.
Of course, you
That's
can.
great.
Why don't you just give me an S for stinks?
Okay.
No.
No.
Satisfactory.
Someone let him back in the building. Okay.
Give him an H for honor.
Now let's see what's fired up on the grill.
Yeah, Mary's outside with
Oh.
some experts from R&R Barbecue.
Ron, we'll make it all better with some melt off the bone
Oh,
ribs. How's
yeah.
that? Okay, well, we have Rod and Rodney Livingston from R&R Barbecue here this morning. They're competition barbecuers, the
Right.
experts, and you have your whole setup here. You're going to start catering, and in competition, you have to know exactly what you're doing, timing, everything.
Right, exactly. So what we'll do is, when we're getting ready right before our rib turn in, we'll pick out the best racks of ribs. We usually cook about 6 racks of ribs, and then he'll start slicing the bones. And what he'll do is, we'll usually take the ribs from the center of the rack, and then they'll do what we call a Hollywood cut. And what that does is it'll give you
Oh, boy.
meat, twice the amount of meat, by having meat on both sides of the bone there.
Okay, so you make that one skinny, but you make the other
Right,
two
exactly.
fatter. Okay.
And that way, when the judges are judging the meat, they only get one. They usually take one bite of a rib because
Okay.
they're testing so many
Right.
ribs. So this will give them the best bite amount of meat at one time. You're the guinea
Do I
pig.
get to be the judge? Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? And then, so how many people judge? How many judges are there?
Generally, what they do, they have one judge per every contest. Most contests will have anywhere from 25 to 60 people. We've been in contests with as many as 80 people. So what you're looking for there is on a judge, they want to take a bite just down to the bone. You don't want them fall off the bone. That's kind of they're really more overdone contest-wise.
How about amazingly perfect?
Great. We'll take
Wow, it's a winner in my book for sure. Okay, we're gonna take a break and be right back. Oh boy, this is good breakfast. Well, Rod was just saying he was gonna wear his bicycle shorts, but Casey ruined that for him
Yeah.
this week.
that. I saw that, yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that.
What do you think, Brad?
These ribs are fabulous.
Yeah.
What grade do you give him?
A+.
A plus.
Thing
Yeah.
thing about barbecues, you can't make these kind of friends with salads.
True. Yeah.
That's for
Not enough
sure.
people gathering
Oh,
for salad.
Definitely in the mood for spring though.
Yeah,
with
for
this
sure.
kind of
Exactly.
cooking.
Yeah,
Thanks,
beautiful
guys.
morning.
Hey, you're
All right,
welcome.
Thanks for being
R&R
here.
Barbecue.
Appreciate the treat, and we will be back here in 25 minutes. See you then.